Okay. Character. Method. Hey! Oh, hey, it's B. The Babysitter. So this is another one from Crux Game Studios. I just played Within from this developer, and it was great. And I saw that they had a few other ones on there, and this one looked interesting. This is apparently a choose your own adventure style. So I don't know how much active play or interaction there is in this game, but I know that you have to make choices along the way, and it kind of determines your route that you take. The route to evil. So let's do that. Wow. Oh. Babysitter needed. Urgent. Childminder. That's a weird way to put that. Required tomorrow evening for our 12-year-old daughter at Westfield Groves. Reference checks will be conducted. As they should. Let's apply. We're good. One day later. This suburb, Whitefield Groves, is one of the more elusive neighborhoods in the city, but it's on the outskirts of town, pretty much in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Oh, I need to click to move forward. This house, like all the other houses in the neighborhood, is set far apart from its neighbors. Good. This sure is a nice place with a well-maintained lawn and pool. Is this a real estate listing? Although at this hour, it does seem a little foreboding. It's just about 7 p.m. and it's already full dark. The house seems quiet. Mrs. Raj, the woman who called you back after you sent in your application, asked you to be here by 7:30 p.m. and had been particular that you be on time. Mrs. Raj told you that she and her husband, Dr. Raj, were going out for the evening and she didn't want their daughter home alone. The fact that the girl is 12 and requires a sitter indicates there may be some issues here. Not really. 12 is still kind of young, you know? Or it could just be that the child doesn't like being alone or at home after dark. That's quite normal. Indeed it is, narrator. Mrs. Raj sounded like a very exacting kind of parent. The type who is very mindful of every aspect of her child's care. I mean, there's different lanes with that, but sure. I mean, I'd be exact too. She asked you a lot of questions about your background and your qualifications. She seemed pretty finicky. You can't really, I like to make words. You can't blame her really these days. Most parents, particularly the rich ones, pay a lot of attention to their children's upbringing. Well, it is the nature of our times, and it pays to be vigilant. Since you've been registered with the Guardian Angel Childcare Agency for the last 3 years, you've got good references, so you were pretty confident you would get the gig. It pays well, too. Well, let's go then. Well, you're here. You're about a half hour early, which you hope is not too early for them. You'd better ring the doorbell to let them know you're here. Is that how it works? Ding dong, bitches, let's go. Hello. I don't like the way he just smirked, but okay. Dr. Raj. Ah, yes, of course. You must be the babysitter. I'm Dr. Raj. My wife told me you would be here. You're early. That's great. Do come in. He steps aside and you walk into the house. This lounge area overlooks the lawn and the pool through the tinted black windows on your left. The floor underfoot is real wood, and the furniture looks like it cost a shitload. Dr. Raj, I'm so glad we found you on such short notice. Shreya, I think, that's my wife, was quite worried we wouldn't be able to get a sitter on time. You see, I got an invitation to speak at a late evening segment of a medical convention just 2 days away. 2 days ago. So the whole situation came about rather abruptly. Shreya is very particular about whose care we leave Maya, our daughter. We had a bad experience with our last sitter. She is very cautious when it comes to Maya. Okay, we get it. You sense a mild apology in his tone. I still don't like his smirk. Oh. Okay, we're making choices. Yes, I did feel that the interview was quite thorough, or it's all right. It's important to be diligent when it comes to such matters. It will be polite. That's very true. I can see why you gained her confidence. I'll go in and tell her you're here. She's just getting ready. I'll then grab my coat and head out to the car. So I'll see you next when we're back. Thank you for the play-by-play, Doctor. It was a pleasure meeting you. Do make yourself comfortable. Shreya will be out in a second. Okay. Dr. Raj leaves you, and you wait for Mrs. Raj, who he referred to as Shreya. I hope I'm saying that right. He seems pleasant, if a little absent. A rather stark difference to Mrs. Raj, who sounded formal and humorless on the call. She is not our people. It must be pleasant here during the day, the glass doors on your left letting in natural light, but now at night the windows look out into darkness and the trees bordering the lawn throw deep shadows. It's understandable now why they would not want their child to spend a late evening alone. The house is large and isolated from its neighbors. The neighborhood itself, rather lonesome. Children with their active imaginations can easily get distressed after dark in such an environment, every creak and every night sound taking on sinister undertones. I mean, children or grown adults as well. Oh, geez. Here she is. Hello there. Come on, stay in character. Hello there. We had spoken on the phone. Thank you for being early. I appreciate that. As Anand, we'll say Anand. As Anand, my husband, might have told you, we're attending a medical convention, and he is one of the keynote speakers for the evening. The organizers just called us a few minutes ago and told us that the traffic around the convention center is a nightmare, and that we should start out early if we wanted to get there on time. So now we will have to leave half an hour earlier. The organizers seem so, well, disorganized. Her tone is clipped. She is clearly a woman who does not like it when plans go awry or situations get unpredictable. I'm really glad we were able to find a sitter on such short notice. I know Maya seems quite old to be needing a sitter, but I try to avoid leaving our daughter home alone if possible. let's see, quite understandable. The house does seem rather foreboding after dark. Or, yes, children can require supervision even at that age. Sure. I suppose so. Maya's actually quite independent. It's just that she's going through a difficult time right now. I'm so sorry to hear that. How so? Let's be nosy. Well, we recently moved here from another state about 6 months ago. Anand got an offer to be a director at the NHU hospital. We wanted to stay together as a family, so we packed up and shifted our lives. It was a rather abrupt change for Maya, leaving her old friends, her old life, the home she grew up in. She's taken it a little hard. She hasn't made any friends at her new school. She spends a lot of time alone. Anand feels guilty about it because we moved for his work, but the directorship at the NHU hospital is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It was only right for him to accept it. Maya's behavior doesn't make it easier on him, though. Couple that with her overactive imagination, and it can get a little stressful. Change can be hard for children at this age, or what kind of behavior are we talking about? I mean, yeah, let's find out. Well, it's nothing serious, really. Please don't misunderstand me. Maya's a wonderful child. In fact, she's very bright for her age. Which may be a part of the problem. She's thoughtful, she reads beyond her years, and she's surprisingly mature for her age. It's just that she still hasn't come to terms with the move. And unfortunately, she's expressing her distress in rather disconcerting ways. How so? Or children generally act out their inner turmoil when they can't talk about it. Let's say that. Why, that's exactly what her counselor said. I must say that I'm quite glad I'm leaving her in your care tonight. You seem to understand children. She is struggling with a lot of emotions. She's just turning 12, so she's on the cusp of her teenage years. She's in a new school, and you know how difficult school can be at that age. Hormones, boys, and all the rest of it. Anand and I are busy for much of the day, but we try to talk to her about her feelings whenever we can. But that's not going too well. The problem is she refuses to speak plainly about her feelings. Instead, she makes up outlandish stories and lets her imagination run amok. And she tries to draw us all into her morbid make-believe tales. Her counselor says it's a coping mechanism, a kind of stress response adopted by bright children, possibly a way to get attention. Perhaps a way of telling us that she wants to leave and go back to her old life. What's troubling is that she's never been this way before. She's normally not an attention-seeking child. Her counselor is probably right, or anything I should be careful about, any triggers I should avoid talking about or doing. I don't know, it sounds like Mrs. Raj is kind of triggered easily, so let's just say her counselor is probably right. I think so too. She can be a little moody at times, that's all. And she might, if you probe, well, try to scare you with some of her stories about this house, for example. What kind of stories? Or, I'm sure I can handle being told stories, you dumb bitch. I'm sure you can. It's just silly, juvenile stuff. The kind kids tell each other when they gather around a campfire and try to scare each other, I suppose. She may have overheard something about this house and she's latched onto it and blown it out of proportion. It troubles us how morbid and disturbing her imagination can be. About this house, or children love dark stories. Why do you think fairy tales are so gruesome? Oh no. That too aggressive for Mrs. Raj. Let's indulge her. Yes, I'd rather not go into all of it. It's just nonsense anyway, and besides, that's exactly what she wants, for us to get drawn into her hysteria. In any case, her counselor has also told us to not engage or react. So if she does try anything, please be patient, be firm, but gentle. What Maya needs now is a little sanity. So about tonight. Let's get to business. She's already eaten dinner, and her bedtime is at 9, which is just under 2 hours away. The time should pass quickly. There's snacks in the kitchen if you should need any. I do, Mrs. Raj. I need a snack right now. She pauses and appears to be searching for words. I know that I may have come across as a bit severe when we spoke earlier on the phone. I have to be careful about who I choose to care for, Maya. She's having a hard time as it is. That's okay. I'd have done the same if it were my daughter, or it was pretty intense, but no offense taken. Yeah, let's put her in her place. Right. I'll ask Maya to come in now so you can meet her. Okay, thanks. You hear voices approach, Shreya's and that of a young girl's. They are speaking in low voices, but you sense tension and conflict in their voices. The child's tone is a bit... I don't even know what that word is. She's being a little bitchy. How about that? While Shreya's tone is stern. Former English teacher, I'm going to get so much shit for not knowing words. This is Maya. Say hi, Maya. Maya? Hi. Her voice is so low, you can barely hear it. I was just telling Maya that we're only away for about 3 to 4 hours and that she must go to bed no later than 9. She'll cooperate, of course. Cooperate? Jesus. Isn't that right, Maya? You sense a warning in her tone. Yeah, got it. Maya? Yes. That mumbled reply again. It's great to meet you, Maya. Or, we'll make sure you're in bed by 9, right, Maya? We'll make sure you're in bed by 9, right, Maya? Right. We have to be off then. If there's anything, please call. I expect you will be fine. Maya's in good hands. Don't worry, we wouldn't need to. Everything will be all right. Thanks, I'll call if there's any issues. Yes, please do that. I know, you just fucking said, and then I said, and then we said to, like, goodbye. Have you ever done that? Like, just been standing in front of somebody having a conversation and then went, goodbye. I don't think I've done that in my entire life, but okay. A few minutes later. Mr. and Mrs. Raj have left. An awkward silence descends as Maya stares at you. Hi. There's about an hour and 30 minutes to go before her bedtime. Well, this is fun. So, what would you like to do? Okay, let's ask a question. Why not watch some TV or read a book? You want to talk? Clearly not. Want a snack? Yeah, food's always good. No thanks. Well, she had a little manners there. That awkward silence again. You shouldn't have come here. I'm adding here because that's what she should say. You shouldn't have taken this job. You should leave. Oh, we have to smile. Why would you say that? Or just stone face. Now that's not a very polite thing to say, is it? Or frowny face. Why should I leave? Let's do a shit-eating grin. Because you're not safe here. Go while you can. What am I in danger of exactly? Your parents asked me to watch over you, so I can't leave just yet. If I leave, you'll be alone here. What am I in danger of? Yeah. I can't tell you because you'll not believe me. Nobody believes me. I can take care of myself, don't worry. Maya, how about we talk about something pleasant? What are your hobbies? Yes, change the subject. I don't really want to talk. I'll go up to my room now. Sure, go ahead. Do whatever you want to do. You little jerk. Will you be okay by yourself? Do you want to hang out here instead? Okay, no, clearly she just wants to go. So, okay, go. Do you, boo. But she doesn't go. She lingers. You know, I told them not to get a sitter. I'm old enough to take care of myself. It's not safe. You mean you think you're not safe with me? Or I'm sure you can take care of yourself, but your parents just wanted to make sure you're okay. This is correct, because that is very suggestive. I don't want it. My parents don't really care about me. If they did, they would listen to me. They don't. Anyway, I meant it's not safe for you. Yes, you already told me that, but what am I in danger from? Or, look, Maya, I don't scare easily. How about we talk about something else? I want to know what I'm in danger from. I just want you to leave. Before something happens to you. It feels like you're going in circles with her. Indeed it does, narrator. Well, I can't. You're stuck with me. Or why don't you tell me what exactly I'm in danger from? I can't. I know what happens if I do. You'll think I'm crazy, you'll laugh or patronize me. Anyway, at least I tried. I'm heading up to my room now. Meh. What are you going to do up there? Or it's not bedtime yet. I mean, okay. Nosy. I'm going to read, maybe write in my journal. What does it matter anyway? Don't worry, I'm not going to burn the house down or anything. Just look, if you're not going to leave, then just whatever you do, don't go near the basement, okay? No matter what you hear, don't go near it. Please. Yeah, okay, geez, I wouldn't anyway. She leaves you standing alone. Ouch, that didn't go too well. It was just as Mrs. Raj said. Maya is definitely a troubled child. No sooner had they left than she began to try to make the situation uncomfortable. You'll just have to ride this out. If she spends the rest of the evening upstairs, things should be fine. You can hang out here in the lounge and pass the time till the parents get back. No big deal. Should be easy to do still. The conversation with Maya has left a bad taste in your mouth. She definitely seems like a bright young girl. It's a pity she's struggling with the pains of the changes in her life. But growth only ever comes from change, and that's something she'll learn over time. You decide to wait it out on one of the comfortable couches here. I don't like this. I don't like this fishbowl situation we have going on over here. Get some window dressings, okay? I don't want to see this shit. I don't want things to see me. It sure is as comfortable as it looks. You practically sink into the plush leather. Great. 10 minutes later. What was that? It came from this floor somewhere. It sounded like a door opening. Oh, geez. Okay. We were doing really good. I wasn't scared. Now I'm scared. Did Maya come back down? Call out to Maya. Go and investigate. I mean, let's just fucking get it over with. The sound came from near that staircase over there. You distinctly heard the the creak of a door opening. This had better not be Maya playing around. There are 3 doors here. The door to your left, the door to your right, the door to the right of the stairs, and there appears to be a door behind the stairs, under it. The stairs lead up to another floor, presumably where the bedrooms are. That sound you heard, the creak of a door opening, came from one of these doors. You're sure of it. Call out to Maya or check the doors, find out which one opened. Let's call. You raise your voice and call her name, but there is no response, as I suspected. You better check the doors. Cool. Which door are we checking? Let's check this seemingly well-lit one. It appears to be shut. You should try the other door to make sure. Let's click. Hello? It's locked. Now what? Let's go under the stairs, Jesus. This door is ajar. This must have been the sound you heard. Through the gap in the doorway, you see only darkness. Fantastic. Oh my God. That's just like a movie. What are you doing? I told you to stay away from the basement. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, you scared the hell out of me. Or just what do you think you are up to? Yeah, you scared me, jerk. I told you to stay away from the basement. Why don't you listen? Why doesn't anyone listen? Oh, stern. Look, drop the act. I know this is some kind of prank. Or calm. Maya, what exactly is going on? You don't gain anything by doing this. We'll stay calm. What's that supposed to mean? Are you accusing me of something? I'm not doing anything. Maya's gotten increasingly like... bleh. You came down here and opened that door, didn't you? Or, yes, you are. Your mother warned me that you'd do something like this. I don't want to bring Mom into it. That's probably triggering. What? I just came downstairs now. I heard you calling me and I came to see why. And I saw you near the basement door, even though I told you not to go near it, no matter what you hear. You're saying I opened it? I think you did it. Or, so who opened the door? It wasn't me, okay? If that's what you're saying. You know what? You're all the same. All of you think I'm lying, even my counselor. I'll bet Ma told you I'm making up stories. She tells that to everyone, even total strangers. But I'm not making up stories. I bet she didn't tell you what the real estate lady told us about this house. Oh, shit. Maya, what's really going on? Or, Maya, maybe it's better you just go up to your room. Okay, Maya. Start talking. If I tell you, you'll just call me a liar, and you'll accuse me of stuff I didn't do. So I'm not going to tell you anything. Do whatever you like, but for your own sake, stay away from the basement, no matter what you hear. All right, I'll bite. What's in the basement? Or what did the real estate agent tell you about the house? What's in the basement? Let's get to it. Oh, shit. Okay, great. She's gone back upstairs again. Well, son of a bitch. This is not going well. Oh, sorry. This is so not going well. You're just going to have to ride this out somehow until her parents get home. This is definitely getting uncomfortable. No wonder Mrs. Raj is concerned about the girl. Children express stress in varied ways. You've seen this in children who are going through traumatic changes in their lives. The poor girl. You'd better close this door. Not that you're overly alarmed about what Maya said. I think we are. I think we're alarmed. But the sight of the open door is a bit creepy. There. That's better. Back to the comfortable sofa, staring out into the darkness of the lawn. Ah, so relaxed. You'll sit tight till her parents get home. Yeah. A few minutes later. What is that? Buh? Really? Again? Come on, this isn't funny anymore. Why would she... Call out to Maya to stop it, or go and investigate again. You call out, but there is no response. Indeed. What the hell is that? Someone crying. It's coming from over there near the stairs. Maya, are you okay? Or Maya, stop this right now. Okay, let's not assume. Let's assume, not assume. There is no response. It's coming from the door behind the stairs. Maya? Or, Maya, if you don't quit this now, I'm going to have to call your mother. Still no response. This is really aggravating. I mean... Or creepy as fuck. The sound of the weeping is troublesome. Isn't it? The door's open again. The crying is coming from the pitch darkness beyond it. Oh, God. There's no way you're going to open that door. Maya may be in there ready to spring out and scare you, and you're not up for being jump scared. Correct. You don't really want to die of a heart attack on a babysitting gig. That's not what you signed up for. You better shut the door. Shut up! Phew, the crying has stopped. This can't go on. You'd better put a stop to it now, or she'll keep doing this all night. And by the time her parents are back, you will have died of fright. It's probably a good idea to talk to her, confront her. You could wait right here till she comes out of the basement. She can't stay down there forever. Or you could go upstairs and wait there. When she sneaks back up, you could catch her in the act, and then talk to her openly about what she's doing and why it's not going to help the situation. Like a level-headed human. Wait for her to come out of the basement or head upstairs. I mean, upstairs doesn't look great either, but that's probably better than the other option. Mrs. Raj told you to be gentle but firm. Maybe it's time to focus on the firm a little. Talk directly and firmly to her. Ask her about whatever is bothering her. Maybe what she needs is direct talk. Sometimes the best way to address something with children is to get to the heart of the problem. She might open up, and that would make things easier for her and us. There are 3 doors on this side of the hallway. One of these is probably her room. You feel exposed here. You feel exposed standing here in this hall. She might see you before you see her. Well, that just made me go blah, blah. Maybe you could wait inside her room for her to get back. That would startle her and even be a kind of gentle prank right back at her. Gotcha. Sometimes the best way to get a child to listen is to give them a taste of their own medicine. You should probably try the doors to find out which one is hers. Thank you for the recommendation. Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Mama, locked. Nailed it. This must be it. It's a pretty nice room. She's not here. Of course she isn't. She's downstairs, crouched in the basement, perhaps getting ready to make those awful sounds again. Still, you feel a little guilty about being in here. It is, after all, her bedroom and therefore private. If she doesn't show up in a couple of minutes, you'll leave. Still, it would be good to startle her a little, illustrate what it's like to get jump scared by someone. A pretty neat desk for a 12-year-old. It's a standard desk, but that's okay. It must be where she spends her time studying and reading. Well, way to be a detective. There's an open book on the table. Something about that book draws your attention. Oh shit, it's her journal. It's filled with urgent handwritten text. Curiosity grips you. You really shouldn't be here in this room, let alone looking at her desk, but we're gonna do it anyway. Something about the writing, about its manic scrawl. The writing is dated a couple of weeks ago. You feel compelled to take a closer look. Aw, shit. Just don't be written in Latin, okay? Thursday the 11th. I heard her again last night after both Mama and Dad had gone to bed. I was lying in bed, nearly asleep, when I heard the sound of her weeping downstairs. I knew what would come next, and sure enough, I heard the faint shuffle of her footsteps as she made her way up the basement steps and up the stairs. Oh, then she was in the hall outside my room. I heard the squeak of my room's door handle turn. I stayed under the blankets, my eyes shut tight. Thank God I had locked the door. It has become a compulsive habit and drives Ma and Dad crazy. I'm going around locking every door in the house, maybe from my anxiety. After a time, she went away. Friday the 12th. At breakfast, I told Ma that I had heard the sounds again the previous night, the weeping and the footsteps. Ma glared at me, and Dad didn't even bother looking up from his plate. Ma said, "I want you to stop this, Maya. It's becoming tiresome and annoying. There's no one else in the house but the 3 of us." "What about what the real estate lady told us before we moved in here?" I blurted. She said, "That was a tragic incident, but it happened in this house many years ago. It has nothing to do with us. You're obsessing and imagining things." Ma was almost in tears. That woman cries? I'm surprised. I nearly burst out crying. It wasn't always like this. In our old life, before we had moved here 6 months ago, they used to listen to me and take what I said seriously. Now they no longer believe anything I say. Oh, how I hate this house. But am I going crazy? Is she real? Am I the only one able to see and hear her? Oh, shit! Why? God, it's the sound. Fucking hell. I remember when I first encountered the lady in the basement. It was just after we moved in. I was alone downstairs and I heard the basement door creak open. I went to check. I went down there and nearly died from terror. I ran upstairs screaming and told Ma and Dad about what I saw. This noise is just... I can't breathe. They were alarmed, and Dad searched the basement and then the whole house, but he found nothing. All he saw in the basement were the old packing boxes stored up there. And this is her glorious face. Oh, she's so pretty. How I remember her when I saw her coming up the basement stairs out of the darkness, I remember a blast of rage and malevolence, and I feared for my life. Another time, a week later, late at night, I heard her weeping downstairs. I ran to Mom and Dad's bedroom and crawled into bed with them crying. Dad searched the house again. He searched the basement even though I got hysterical and begged him not to, and he found nothing. This happened a couple more times. Now they look at me, not with concern, but with suspicion and even anger. Mom thinks, thanks to my counselor, that I'm having some kind of breakdown brought about by our move across the country and teenage hormones. It's true that I hate this state. I hate my new school, and most of all, I hate this house. I wish we'd never moved here. But could they all be right? Could it be true that the trauma of change is driving me insane, making me see things? Seated by that awful story the real estate lady told us about what happened in this house all those years ago? Am I going crazy? Some nights I lie in bed, wide awake, waiting for the sounds from the basement to start, frozen in terror. Oh, Jesus. It's fine. Friday, the 27th. Okay, so I'm not the only one who hears and sees her, which means I'm not going crazy, but it also means the situation is dangerous. Yesterday, Mom and Dad had to attend a party thrown by an old friend of Dad's. I think it was one of those boring adult parties where everyone stands around sipping drinks and talking late into the night. Sounds cool. So they hired a sitter, a sweet 22-year-old girl named Nadia, who goes to the BH college nearby. I really liked her. She was so pretty. I was up here, and it was at around 9 when I heard her scream. I ran downstairs and I found her cowering behind the sofa, her face ashen. She was pointing toward the basement door, and I knew at once that Nadia had seen her too. I asked Nadia what happened. She said that she heard the basement door opening. Then a few minutes later, the sound of someone weeping. She thought it was me, and she went to investigate. She opened the basement door wide, and then she fucked me. I knew something was coming. God. Ugh. Fucking hell, Maya. Ow, that hurts my chest. Coke Zero, not sponsored. Okay. Okay. Character. Method. Hey. 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 Just what do you think you're doing in here? You're reading my diary? That's so creepy. I'm going to call my mom. I should have locked my door. I went to the bathroom, and just for once, I didn't lock my room. And see what happens? Please leave my room. Wait, I was in here to scare you. Instead, you got me again. Or wait, I heard those sounds too from the basement, the weeping. Or is this all some elaborate prank? Where were you? Okay, we're gonna have a heart-to-heart right now, hopefully. Let's find some common ground, Maya. Oh God, you shouldn't be in this house. The last sitter, it didn't go too well for her. You should leave the house now. What happened to the previous sitter? Or tell me about this lady in the basement. Or what was the story the real estate agent bitch told you about this house? Let's level. I heard the sounds about a week after we moved in here. First, the basement door kept opening by itself, always when I was alone in the lounge. I was too scared to go near it, so I kept ignoring it. I thought it was maybe a draft. Once it opened when Ma was with me, and she just shrugged and said the door was stiff, so it sprang open. She said we would get it fixed. But then one day I heard the weeping and I could not help myself. I went to the door and I went down there and I saw her. I saw her. I've been living in terror ever since. I hear her some nights. Sometimes she just weeps. Other times she wanders the house. Fucking great. Nobody believes me. Ma and Dad think I'm making it up to get them to leave here and go back to our old life. I don't know what the lady in the basement wants. I don't even know what she is. But when I saw her, I sensed such rage, such despair. I know she wanted to harm me, even kill me if she could. But I knew at once who she was. I thought you just said you didn't know who she was. She was the lady from the story that the real estate woman who got us this house told us. Okay, what's the fucking story? Because apparently we must know this. Before we moved here, Dad wanted to find a place near the hospital where he was working, so he got in touch with this real estate firm, and she showed them a bunch of houses. Ma didn't like any of them. Finally, the agent told them that she had one more place on her file. She brought us here. Mom loved the place at once. It was spacious, had a nice lawn and a pool, 2 floors. What's not to love? Even better was the rent. I remember how Dad was really happy about how cheap the rent was, considering its size. The only issues with the house, Ma said, was that even though it's part of this suburban property, Whitefield Groves, it looked a little run down. That was when the real estate agent told Dad and Ma the story. She said that the last long-term residents lived here nearly a decade ago, a family of 3. The man was some kind of businessman, and he used to travel a lot, and his wife was a housewife, and they had a 4-year-old girl. The wife had some kind of ongoing mental disorder, depression, I think, some kind of psychosis. She would hear voices or see things. She was taking medication for it. At one point, she began to believe that her husband no longer loved her, that he was plotting to kill her. It could have been the long hours alone, or maybe she was slowly descending into madness. But at some point, she broke, and in a moment of madness, she killed her daughter and herself. Oh, hell. I asked the real estate agent in which room she'd done it, and she said she didn't know. But I think I have a pretty good idea of where it happened. The house stayed vacant for a long time. Bad mojo, I guess? There were a couple of residents in between, but most stayed for a short time, then moved on. I guess they either saw something or felt uneasy. This house had been empty for almost 3 years before we moved in. And what happened to this chick? I guess you mean Nadia? She saw the lady in the basement. That's how I think of that thing down there. Jesus, my brain just did blah, blah, blah. Okay, B. Let's go again. She saw the lady in the basement. That's how I think of that thing down there. In caps. Nadia heard her crying. She thought it was me, and she went down into the basement to investigate. When I found her, she was screaming and hysterical. I could barely understand what she was saying. She said that the woman came at her. She called my ma and told her that she was leaving the house, that she didn't want to stay a moment longer. Ma was furious and asked her why, but Nadia would not say why. I mean, it sounds crazy when you talk about it out loud, so I don't blame her. Also, I think Nadia didn't even want to think about what she saw, let alone talk about it. She was so shaken. Nadia was up here with me when Mom was talking on the phone with her. Talking to her on the phone. I like to rearrange sentences. She just listened to Ma wordlessly, then she left without a word. When Ma came home, she was furious with me. With you? Or let me guess, she thought you scared her away. Yes, she thought that I told Nadia about the lady in the basement and spooked her. That's why I didn't want to tell you anything about all this. I just wanted you to stay away from that basement because I knew you wouldn't believe me and because I didn't want Ma to say that I scared you away. That's pretty crazy. Or hasn't your mom and dad seen or heard anything? Or if this is all an elaborate fiction, some kind of prank, I'd be pretty amazed. Let's just level with her. Yep, sure is. You wonder how any of this is possible. Could any of this be real? Do you believe me now? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Maybe I don't know yet. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wow, thank you. It's great that at least someone I know doesn't think I'm crazy. I've been living with this for a while now. I'm losing weight. The counselor at school thinks it's because of the move and the changes in my life, but I know why it is. It's hard for me to concentrate in class. I keep thinking about her, of the madness that drove her to kill her own daughter and take her own life, and I get scared. What if I go mad like that? Maybe that's what she wants. Okay, listen, why are we not, like, going outside? That would be my choice, you know? That would be my next opt-in. Just leave with Maya. Just stand outside and wait, you know? But of course not. Okay, did you try telling the counselor the truth about all this, or I'm sorry to hear that? Let's do that. Yeah. I no longer talk about it to Mom and Dad. At one point, they began talking about putting me on medications. I don't want that. I don't want to be one of those kids, you know? A walking zombie hopped up on prescription drugs. Drugs are bad, okay? So after that, I just let them have their story. Yeah, it was the change. Poor old Maya misses her old school and her friends. Look, just leave, okay? Leave this house and go. I'm stuck and I have no choice, but you do. I won't leave you alone. I'll wait for your parents. Or you're right, I'm getting the hell out of here. We're not going to be able to leave. God, do the valiant thing. That's nice of you. Oh, look, she's smiling. Maybe she's been smiling. But it's dangerous. I can't ask you to do that. What if something happens to you? Nadia, the previous sitter, I think she saw something terrible down there. Sometimes I think that maybe the lady in the basement is looking for her child. Why did we have that swell of music? I don't want it. Maybe mothers who hurt their children are never able to forgive themselves, even after they die. You should go. Mom will probably blame me again, but I'll handle it. All right, if you insist, I'll leave. Or I told you I'm not going to leave you here all alone. I'll wait until your parents are back. Why can't you just take her? Do we do the valiant thing or do we say, fuck this noise and leave? There's no way we can leave. Should we try? Should we be an asshole? Can we do it? I can't do it! Damn it, I'm too good. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. And brave. I wish I was that brave. Would you mind if I go to bed now? I'd like to try to sleep. I'm really exhausted. I'm sorry, what? How? You just go to sleep. You just go to sleep. Yeah, can I stay here? Actually, no, I do mind. No, you may not. No! Give me a choice to say no! Sure, good night. Try to get some sleep. What the No. Well, you're back downstairs again. I'm sure everything will be fine. God. You're going to sit tight. You know you're doing the right thing. No matter what, it wasn't right to abandon her and flee. Not when her parents asked you to watch her. Or just being a decent human, I guess. But, oh God, we're gonna die because of it. The kid is all right after all, and leaving her alone while her parents are away, especially after they entrusted her in your care, just didn't feel right. Yeah, I know. And if any of it is true, the insane story of the woman in the basement, why, you're going to have to deal with whatever comes. I guess so. Time passes. Nothing so far. Good. Stop. Crap, here we go. Fuck. Footsteps from somewhere down below. From the basement. Can I move? Shit. The basement door. That was the basement door again. You've got to see this through. You're not running away. You have to find out the truth, even though your heart is running so hard that you fear it might crash. Can any of what Maya said be true? Ooh, whoa! It's wide open. The sounds are coming from down there. Fucking hell, I hate it. A smell comes wafting up. I'm sorry, I'm yelling. A vile stench of corruption, of something long gone to rot. Oh, the smell is overwhelming, overpowering. It hits you like a fist. What terrible thing walks down there? Whoa, I don't want to go down the stairs! Come on! It's pitch dark. That smell, it's unbearable here. It's difficult to think. Oh my God. There are moldy boxes piled up at the center of the room. I have tears in my eyes. Oh my God. Oh my, oh fuck. Okay, hi. I'm sorry. Who's there? You feel a sense of foreboding, a suffocating blackness overwhelm you. Darkness descends, clouding your mind. You cannot move, cannot even breathe. Terror grips you. A despair unlike anything you've ever known fills you. You sink into it, grief rising in you like a black tide. Fuck. You find yourself slumped on the sofa in the lounge. Your head aches. Your hands are shaking. You spring to your feet. Ah, you're up. Yeah. When did you get back? About 10 minutes ago. We found you downstairs in the basement of all places. You were lying on the floor, passed out. Maya told us to go to... Okay, take a deep breath. Maya told us to look for you there. When we got home, we found Maya upstairs, quite shaken. She was near hysterical. She told us that she heard you scream and that you might be hurt in the basement. It took us a lot of effort to calm her down. She kept saying it was her fault, that she should not have accepted when you insisted you'd stay. She said that you talked to her about what she calls the lady in the basement. She said that you told her you believed her. It's shameful that you would encourage her like this, play along with the delusions of a child. Shreya will be here in a moment. She wants to talk to you before you go. Goodbye. Fuck you very much. What up, Maya? Heh. Ma will kill me if she sees me talking to you, but I had to see you before you left. Did you see her, the lady? Did you see her? Yes, I did. I knew it. I knew it. You see, I was telling the truth. Thank you for believing me. I'm so glad you're not hurt. I can't believe that you stayed on despite what you knew. I know that must have taken a lot of courage. That means a lot. Maybe I can be like that and have that kind of courage too. I'm sure you can, or you're courageous already. Yeah, for staying in this fucking house longer. Jesus. Thank you. Well, I really have to go now before Mom sees me talking to you. She'll come down hard on you. That's just the way she is. I'll fuck her up. Don't feel bad. Until she sees it too, she will never believe. I'm sorry all this happened to you. You never asked for this. Yeah, I didn't. Or will you be okay? Let's throw her a bone here. Well, I know I'm not crazy now. And you went down there and faced her. I'm going to try and face my fears and be brave too. Well, don't get too, Thank you for showing me that I can. Bye. Here's this bitch. I must say that I am sorely disappointed. We put you in charge of looking after her. And Anand finds you lying passed out in the basement. He says you weren't drunk or on drugs, but I find that hard to believe. At least you stayed on, unlike our last sitter who left the child alone and fled. But I'm not sure I should be grateful for considering the situation. You encouraged my daughter's sick fantasies, and you've probably set back our progress with her by weeks in doing so. Where's the fuck you option? Your daughter isn't lying. There really is someone or something in this house, or I don't know. I didn't believe it at first, but your daughter's not lying, you bitch. Really? So she dragged you into her hysteria and you believed all of it. This is exactly why her counselor warned us. What? This is exactly what her counselor warned us not to do. Since you work with children, I thought you would know better. There is nothing wrong with Maya. It's this house. Or I guess, I don't know. I'm sure I saw something. No, be confident. Goodbye. We'll be passing on our feedback to your agency. Fucking bye. Well, that didn't go as you planned. You've been shown out rather unceremoniously. Mrs. Raj was clearly furious, so was Dr. Raj. But what Maya said, what you saw in there, that sense of abject despair that washed over you in the dark. As you leave, you turn to look at the house. You think of all that happened. And you wonder. What do we wonder? 1 week later. Babysitter needed. Childminder. Oh shit. End. Woo! Damn. Well, that was intense. That's really cool. I haven't played a game like that where it's, I guess, a visual novel. And I consider myself an okay reader and speaker, but again, disclaimer, I don't do so well when I'm scared. Good jump scares in there. Not like a boatload of them, but overall, lots of tension. Effective. Very good. He does have, I think, some other ones that I say he, I don't know. This developer has some other ones like that are supposed to be like this, I think. So who knows? I may check out another one, but that was really cool. I liked it. If you like what you see and you haven't yet, please consider following, subscribing, all of that. It does really support. And I really appreciate you all being here. And until the next one, I am going to go in sunshine and seek out some puppies and rainbows. Okay, thanks. Bye.